The Mayor of Liverpool City Council, Ms. Wendy Waller, the Member of Holsworthy, Parliamentary Secretary for Families, Disability and Emergency Services, Ms. Melanie Gibson, the Shadow Minister for Communication, Member for Greenway, Ms. Michelle Rana, Ms. Barbara Ward and Mr. Alan Gok, on behalf of Fiji Day Organizing Committee, Councillors, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Bula Vinaka, and a very good afternoon to you all. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great joy to be with you all in Liverpool as we come together to celebrate Fiji Day, marking 49 years as a proud and independent nation. As we gather at Woodward Park, just outside of Sydney, I'm glad to see a slice of the same patriotism that was on full display last week across every division in Fiji, including our national celebrations in Albert Park, which I had the pleasure of attending with my wife Mary. I hope that some of you were able to get a glimpse of our commemorations through the photos and videos that were shared on Facebook. But even those didn't quite do the day justice. Having endured a days-long streak of torrential rainfall in Suva that threatened to move all of our celebrations indoors, I think God was smiling down on Fiji that day, because we couldn't have asked for a better weather on that sunny 10th of October. We started the morning with a full military parade from the RFMF, the Fiji Police Force, the Fijian Navy, and the Fiji Correction Service, all proudly marching in full dress uniform. Every blast of the RFMF's artillery guns was met with cheers from the crowd, with the booming echoes setting off car alarms around the park. And I couldn't have imagined better company for myself and Mary than the many students who shared the stage with us as we watched. The joy in their eyes was magical. As the day went on, there was a clear sense of unity in the air. Unity that should make everyone here in Liverpool smile with how we've come as a nation. Our national television and radio carriers kept the party going as families come together, faces painted, draped in the finest blue, and waving flags to fill the park as the day went on. Fijians from all walks of life laid out picnic blankets and ate together, flew kites in the sunshine, and enjoyed live music that set a mood of patriotism and progress that's hard to put into words. As the sun set, the crowd was treated to a fireworks show and rose to sing the national anthem in a display that would stir the heart of any Fijian. Every time I hear that song, whether it's being sung by our school children as they celebrate Constitution Day, or by our rugby players standing arm in arm before they take the field, a few lines resonate with me most strongly. And it goes like this: as we stand united under noble banner blue, and we honor and defend the cause of freedom ever, onward march together, God bless Fiji. There were years in our history when sadly I felt that refrain rang hollow. For too many Fijians, those were just words. The notion of national unity was undermined by diverging gaps in the opportunity, equality, and inclusivity. But now, whenever I hear those words, those sacred lyrics, I know for a fact that we're living up to them and that we are putting that guiding principle into practice. Finally, every citizen in our country can proudly call themselves a Fijian and hold confidence that their voice and vote matter equally in our democracy. Finally, every family can send their girls and boys to school without shouldering the cost of school fees, textbooks, and transportation. Finally, the viciousness of racism is called out and condemned when it rears its ugly head. And finally, the vast talents and potential of our people are being unlocked for the sake of a greater patriotic good. For those of you who haven't been back to Fiji in some time, the setting at Albert Park would have been nearly unrecognizable. A few years back, we completely remodeled the entire field and stadium. Across the way, the Grand Pacific Hotel has been completely restored to its former glory and now rightly shines as the gem of the Pacific. On the back of an attractive new incentive package introduced by my government, storefronts are being given serious facelifts up and down Victoria Parade. As you drive through the streets of what is becoming a remarkable modern city, it's clear that wherever you look, our economic momentum is creating progress you can see. But the story doesn't end in Suva. All across the country, new development, new services, and new opportunities are transforming Fiji for the better. Up and down our major thoroughfares, newly installed street lights bring warmth and security to Fijian communities. Vendors sell produce in beautiful new market stalls that showcase the freshness and quality of their goods. New tertiary, secondary and primary school facilities are being built to new standards of cyclone resilience. New hotels, restaurants and supermarkets are being built to capitalize on the surging growth of the Fijian economy. Friends, this is the progress you can see from the moment you land at the award-winning Nandi International Airport and throughout your entire time back in Fiji. And soon, you'll be making that flight in the luxury of a brand new 350s, one which will pass through Sydney around about November 15, recently acquired by our national carrier, Fiji Airways. Ladies and gentlemen, history has shown us moments when nations have found that their true spirit and unlocked their full potential. We've seen remarkable progress made in quite a short time by countries of all sizes, from China to Ghana to Singapore. Once these countries found the right formula, their growth exploded. Friends, Fiji is living in such a moment. Our economy expanded for 10 straight years, and despite showing global growth, our economy is resilient enough to endure these headwinds. We're making big long-term investments that are going to pay back returns over generations, laying a rock-solid foundation of progress for our children and their children to build upon. We're making it far easier to do business, cutting red tape, streamlining processes, and harnessing technology through our landmark initiative, Digital Fiji. We're uplifting more of our people from job takers into job makers, and we're making it easier for members of our diaspora community to bring their ideas, ambition, and investments back in Fiji. Back to Fiji and seize upon the boundless market opportunities and untapped white space at their feet. This time next year, we will be celebrating 50 years since our independence. Let me say this, don't just limit your celebrations to Liverpool. For the big day itself, come home. Whether you can come back to Australia is another matter. Come home and experience what Fiji has become for yourselves and see where our nation is headed. It's going to be a celebration for the ages. And we have big announcements in the pipeline. I can't reveal anything this now, but I can give you some advice. Make your bookings now. Thank you and happy Fiji Day. God bless you all.